Welcome back to the channel, and today we are back in Kings of the Deep, and we are still in our CWL war with well, they're in Andros fighters, but this is against Klosh. So I will probably not be doing a full recap on this war. There's two reasons for that. One, it's kind of bad practice to expose like a competitive clan's bases, especially when they have multiple wars coming up throughout the week. They do a lot of the 5v5 scene. They're also, pushing for the ESL scene. So I don't want to show too many of their bases. And then on top of that, some of their bases have been really, really strong. And I'll tell you right now, we've come so close to tripling so many of these bases and failed because like the smallest like CC, their CC troops really threw us off. I'm not gonna go into like what they've been running their CCs, but really well done on the base building from Klosh. It's really refreshing to see some guys putting a lot of, some good ideas into these bases because they definitely caused some headaches so far. But today we're going to be taking a look at Queen Charge Hybrid again. And I know I did a video recently on this. However, this is probably the most prominent attack outside of the Yeti Smash. So it definitely is going to keep coming to the channel. I'm going to keep showing you different ways to kind of expose bases to it and different things that are in bases that do expose it to it. And as the meta changes, I'll keep changing up with it. But for right now, Hybrid's where it's at. Yeti's where it's at. Lalo's kind of coming back, so I'm going to keep focusing on those things. Before we get into the video, guys, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Give me a comment if you like what I'm doing, if you want to see something different. And then go ahead and subscribe. Subscribing just, keeps this channel moving forward, spreads the word quicker. We're trying to get to as many people as we can. I got a Discord server coming soon. A buddy of mine is kind of hooking me up, helping me out while I'm overseas. I can't really get to a desktop to do it all, so big shout out to Anacondas for helping me out. Hopefully we can have that up and running around this time next week. Once that happens, I'll have the link to my Discord in the description of the video. You guys can come join me. We can talk about base building. I can help you plan your attacks. I have a bunch of links to all the other YouTubers and streamers that I feel like provide really good information for Clash. So I have all their links in my Discord server. I'm going to be giving away free Town Hall 13 bases to all my subscribers once a week. So stay tuned for that. That's coming really soon. Limited resources right now, so I got to kind of work with what I got. All right. So getting into the base, Queen Charge Hybrid. You'll hear me preach a lot on this channel about dead spaces, and it's not because I hate them or anything like that. They're really useful, but sometimes they can really kind of cripple a base to a certain attack. And on this base, this dead space here with the walls is going to offer Red 5 a really strong advantage for his hybrid. Now, this did take 2 attacks to clean up because there is a surprise Tesla farm that kind of threw Red off in his first hit. Still came really close to tripling, but plan did not go how he wanted. So he's going to make some adjustments for that on the second hit. And it's going to be a pretty overwhelming 3-star. So I'm not going to show the fail because it doesn't really matter. I can just kind of talk you through where the things went wrong. But this is the channel that he's going to be exploiting to make all this possible. So go ahead and get the colors off. We're going to go ahead and do what I like to do is cut the base in half. This is one of those 2 segment bases where it's kind of cut in half horizontally. And the best way to attack these bases that I found is if you can't do like a Lalo or something like that. This base isn't really set up for Lalo because of these double scatter shots down here at 3. Going to be a real pain in the butt for a Lalo or a Sui or an Electron to deal with. Plus the Queen's over here, so you're going to have to Sui for that as well. Kind of a pain in the butt, and then the Eagle's up top. So not the best Sui Lalo base. So cut it in half again. How are we going to exploit? Well, the best way to tackle these bases with hybrid is you have to cut one of these compartments, one of these quadrants out. And then using that compartment that you cut out, you're going to go ahead and use your hybrid to ride the L that is left. So Red 5 is going to be cutting this whole compartment out of the base with his Queen and his King. And what that's going to do, it's going to open up pathing for a nice L here. The L is going to extend all the way to 12 o'clock. Now, this might seem really wide, and it is pretty wide for a hybrid. However, if you notice, Wizard Tower, Air Defense, Bomb Tower, right into the Eagle, right into an Inferno, and then so all, like what I'm trying to get at is the defenses. While it is really wide, the defenses aren't really something that's gonna like terrorize your hybrid on the way through. Nothing that can't be out healed. And even though the base is really wide, it's still very much healable with one heal spell in each compartment. Okay, so probably a tome down here because of double scatter shots. Probably a heal as well because it won't get you all the way through. And plus there's like a bomb tower and wizard towers, all that jazz. So probably a heal and a tome down there. And then once you get down to here, if you have hogs and miners left up with your royal champ, this compartment is not going to cause you any problems. So this is your, like, I got to put my man pants on today and deal with some heat. This is going to be that area for it. So you need to be ready to use your spells, and you need to plan out your spell usage in this area right here. Okay, so how are we going to exploit the L? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this compartment in particular and highlight the L, this dead space. All right, so I know that if I can get my queen into this little wall segment here with a wall break, if she goes and steps to this town hall and steps to this inferno, she's not going to go this way because there's nothing on the inside to pull her. So she's going to step down this way, right? So that's important to remember. This L, that's a dead space compartment, is preventing my queen from being pulled this way. So how do I exploit that? Well, first of all, I need to make sure I get my queen in. So I want my queen to come in here. So what I need to do is I need to take out some buildings down here, and I need to take out buildings up here. Because if I take out the buildings up top and there's nothing in here to pull her, then I don't have to worry about her stepping in here and then taking this channel any further, because there's nothing to pull her here and there's nothing to pull her here. Okay, so she has nowhere else to go but down. So that's number one reason that we're going to exploit that dead space. The second reason we're going to exploit the dead space is because after the queen is taken out, let's go ahead and draw a line instead of Xing everything out. But like that, right? After the queen has kind of done her job over there, red's going to be bringing in like a siege barracks from, I think, this area. I know it's somewhere around here. It might just be at 12 o'clock. But his P.E.K.K.A. and his wizards are going to start clearing everything down here. Now his hybrid, as it comes through, obviously you're going to send in a hybrid this way. What's going to end up happening is once this bomb tower gets dealt with by the hybrid, hogs and stuff going here, everything's going to kind of collapse in on these two defenses. And that's going to provide pathing into here and then into here. And everything's going to be coming this way. Now he's going to have support hogs coming in, and they're going to go to this wizard tower and this cannon. So as you can see, everything's kind of online, like I always preach, heading to the 3 o'clock compartment. Okay, now the dead space provides you almost like an internal funnel, because everything here will be taken out, with the exception of the sweeper. But sweeper, I mean, there's nothing to pull your hybrid from in here and pathing this way. There's nothing that says, oh, I'm going to go over here to the town hall compartment. So your hybrid will come in here and here, and then keep going online where you want it to go. Okay, everything will be in here, nothing will be in here. Now the reason why red wants to exploit this channel is because not only can he break his queen in here and get these two buildings, but as she wraps around this way, she's going to clear these, obviously, clear here. He's going to drop a wizard, and it's going to force her to take this channel. Now there is a single down here at 6, but as she takes that channel, she's going to pull the CC. It's going to have another rage, and she's going to start chipping away all these buildings. Now you can see, as I mark everything out, up to that dead space, there we go. You can see that perfect L kind of forming, right? And then it becomes much more realistic to drop a heal spell here, a heal spell here, and then kind of tome. Everything's covered in here. Now you're gonna lose your queen somewhere in here because of that single inferno, but before you go in with the attack, you're not expecting your queen to clear all the way through the base. You're expecting your queen to deal with the CC and this Expo, the sweeper, probably the enemy queen because you're gonna have a rage in the ability, and the CC. So this is all you're really expecting out of your queen. Probably get the cannon and the AQ platform, but this is it. Once you know you're gonna get this, you could just stop paying attention to your queen. Pop the ability, forget about it. You've already planned on it, you've committed her that far. Don't try to overcommit and be a hero with a nasty queen charge, because you know that you can cover your hybrid with heals, okay? So like I said in the Sui Lalo video, once you pop that ability and you can't do anything, there's no point in looking at your queen anymore. Same thing applies here. Once I've set that last rage down and I've used that ability, I need to focus on my hybrid so I don't miss any of my spell drops, okay? So let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Let's look at our channel. Boom. So this is the queen, right? This is the siege barracks. Now, like I said, once this bomb tower goes down and these buildings on the outside are cleared, there's nowhere for the hybrid to go outside. Everything's going to collapse inside. So let's go ahead and do it this way. There we go. Now you can see we're starting to form a really nice tight funnel for our hybrid. The rest of the base is going to be about spell drops and timing on your tome and cleanup troops. But that's how we're going to exploit this. So we're going to go ahead and watch and see how Rojo does it. This is a really nice attack. Kind of like the perfect cleanup scenario where you fail one, it kind of goes wrong, you get back in there and you clean it up. Doesn't always work like that though. So king's down. Uses that loon and that minion. He's going to send in 3 balloons here. Like I said in my last video, overcompensating because it only takes 2 to take down that archer tower, but he knows there's a Tesla there, so he sends in 3, 1 tanks. He still gets the same funnel. Finds a tornado. Queen steps up. Now because he knew that there was Teslas here, he didn't notice on the first hit obviously, but he knows if he drops his queen here, she's going to step in here. As long as these 2 buildings are down, there's nothing close enough to this Tesla that she won't step up and then step in for, because this is always going to be closer, okay? He's going to be really patient with his healers, not going to drop him because he doesn't want the king to steal him. Queen's perfectly safe out here. A lot of people would probably try to go for another wall break right here, but he realizes he doesn't need it, and the reason why he doesn't need it is because this dead space here. Why do I need a wall break in here when everything I need can be reached and wrapped around? So base identification is key. Sweeper does not reach all the way out to the healers, so he's fine. Queen gets the Inferno, no problem. Gets the cannon. Now, if there was a dead space, or if there wasn't a dead space, and there was defenses right here, I'm going to go ahead and assume that his queen would go for it. Because I don't know which one would be closer. But at that point, you're taking a gamble. So this is where that identification of the base comes in. He knows there's nothing close because of those walls. So he knows his queen is going to go down here. Queen's still taking some damage from the town hall and the warden platform, so the healers aren't going to switch to the king. He's nice and safe. King's free to go ahead and die anytime now before he opens that wall. I know he didn't want that. King dies. Hasn't used the rage spell yet. He's going to go ahead and probably let his queen deal with the warden. Here he's forcing that queen in. Wizard's going to get the builder hut in that gold mine. And around this time is when he's going to start looking at starting his hybrid. He wants his queen to get in there and get the CC pool first. For some reason, red doesn't use a lot of cocoa loons because he just eats 2 Sams. Gets that CC pool. Nice early poison for all those archers. Ice golems coming out. Here comes the hybrid. Now you're going to see his queen's down here, kind of getting beat up. Gets the next rage down. Now, pause it. Here we go. All right, so he's got like 2 miners out here, right? But after the bomb tower went out, our bomb tower went down. Here, let's use a different color. Everything is collapsing in here. So he's going to have some hogs coming here, and he's got the rest of his miners and hogs coming this way. He's going to have hogs from the siege barracks coming this way. So this is where he's online. Has the first heal down, because he can't take the eagle shells, because he's in range of the eagle. Going in the backside of the base, he's going to need those spells ready to go. He still has 2 freezes, 1 rage, and a heal. Now remember, he's committed his queen to getting this and nothing else. Okay, this is where he wanted to stop his queen. So you notice he has an extra rage in the bag, but there's a single inferno down here. He can freeze that, save his ability, use another rage, probably get his queen and get this expo, maybe even this archer tower. However, 1 queen getting 2 buildings is not worth using that rage over using it on, 15 miners and 15 hogs. So realizing, hey, I got the value of my queen. I don't need anything more. I need to focus on my hybrid. I have an extra spell. I'm going to use it on my hybrid. Lets the queen pop the ability to die. Hogs taking that rage. Now watch how much work these hogs do under this rage. Going into the scatter. Get the expo. Look at that. Gets the freeze down. Again, trying to preach the same things to you guys. Everything is online. Heal spells covering everything. Still has a freeze spell. Still has his royal champ. Queen's going to go down to the single now, but you see, got exactly what he wanted. Okay. Those siege barracks hogs coming in. Ton of wizards over here, just one-shotting storages. Hogs are going to go clear this. Miners are going to go this way. It's going to kind of get up. This is where the attack always kind of just falls apart. Uses the RC just to, time purposes. Wants to make sure his RC doesn't die. Freezes up. Catches the skellies. Good freeze. Good early tome or RC ability. Ton of miners left over. Ton of wizards left over. Overkills the base. Very nice attack from Rojo. And this is just kind of showing you guys how to, when you're reading the base and you're looking at it, how to say like, okay, maybe this base looks, too wide for a hybrid. But then when you start really cracking down on it, you start really like taking a look at the compartments, where the defense is. Well, there's nothing to pull my queen here. Once you start really breaking it down, we'll go back and look at the actual base itself. Once you look at the base, you can really start identifying what the base actually looks like outside of all, this dead space. So base actually, with all the extra space taken out, looks like this. So I know it doesn't seem like much now, but you start putting these things together, you can start creating pathing. Just go ahead and start marking it out. And then you start thinking, okay, now where can my queen get? Well, my queen can get all of this. But not only can she get all of this, but I can wrap her into the base by taking advantage of that open wall. And I can get all of this. And then my siege barracks can get all of this. Wizards actually stay alive through the whole entire attack. And then my hogs coming out of the siege barracks can get all of this. So what is my, I'm going to go ahead and just mark off the trash, but, queen and loons and stuff responsible for all of this. This is just trash, so this goes down to your funnel. So now, what is my hybrid actually really responsible for? Well, it's not really responsible for a whole lot. It's actually everything that it's responsible for can be healed. Healed. Tome, that's not a big deal down there at 6. That's where you finish it off. That's just icing on the cake. But what looked like an extremely wide base, really open with all these open channels and stuff like that, actually is a very tight and narrow base. You just have to be able to like see through all the trash. So very nice attack coming from Rojo. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for paying attention, and I hope you're enjoying the content. Like I said, I don't mean to bring you the same thing twice in like a week or two or whatever, but this is where the game's at right now at Town Hall 13. And like I said, I have 4 Town Hall 13s. So this is kind of where I play. This is, what I do. So I'm going to keep bringing it as long as it's working. I promise I'm going to keep getting more and more different attacks in here. We got Supercell Clan War Leagues going on right now. So I'll be recapping all the day's hits from that. Well, not all of them. Probably just the ones that are like really nice. I'm not going to recap any like almost dips or anything like that. So stay tuned. I promise there's more content coming your way. The next thing I'm going to be working on is base building. I want to start bringing you guys some base building tips. Maybe not showing you how to build a base from scratch, but kind of showing you like where spring traps are better. Where's the best place to place the spring traps? Why do we say, put your traps behind the town hall? When I say that, like, do you understand what that means? I don't mean put them like directly behind the town hall, but you want, different style of attackers, different style of clans. Once you start knowing who you're facing, you're going to start building specifically for those clans, and that stuff becomes really important. So I'm going to get into all that. We're doing really good on the channel. Really appreciate all the love and support. Catch you guys on the next video, and thank you, baby. Another amazing job with the video. Love you.